What's up, everyone? Welcome to Power Play with CJ. Today we're focusing on the age-old question: to tank or not to tank. That is the question, and I think if you follow basketball at all, the whole thing in the NBA is rigging for Wiggins. Andrew Wiggins, the top prospect out of Kansas, is supposedly on the LeBron, Kobe Bryant, potential, scale, and that's amazing. But I don't believe in blowing up a season for a prospect. However, I think if you're going down, if the season's going down, it's not too. There's nothing wrong with going with a younger lineup to get your younger guys experience, and not worrying about the wins and losses so much. Now you can say, as a fan, the sanctity of the game, BS. You really, if you have the opportunity to get a higher draft pick by playing younger guys, I think it's a 2-for-1 deal. I think if you're out of it, you should fire yourself at the season. Any expiring contract that's not coming back, trade it and get a higher, and get some draft picks, and then if you struggle down the stretch and you end up with a higher draft pick, that's perfect. But I would not just blow up a season for a prospect. The one team in NHL history that did that, and that's the reason they have the lockout. Not the lockout, the lottery. Actually, it led to the lockout too. The same player was Daigle. Ottawa just blew up their season that year. They drafted him, and then they, he wasn't what they thought he was going to be. And then the rookie salary cap came in that led, I believe, to the first lockout off the top of my head. But it's not worth doing it now. For teams like Edmonton, Buffalo, and Florida, you're not playing for anything this season. I think Florida made a good move dumping Versteeg. I don't think they made a good move having half that contract. But that gives younger guys some time in the lineup. Cobb, Trocheck, or Shore, Howden, a guy like that, and give Jimmy Hayes, a guy like that, some ice time. And get a higher draft pick, whether it's Reinert or Ekblad or Nylander, one of those guys. This draft really isn't. No one in this draft is worth tanking for, and I mean that with all due respect to the players in it. Just no one that's worth blowing up a season for. Now I know at least one team's going to be accused of blowing up next season for Connor McDavid. That's going to be, But teams do what they got to do. But like I said, I have the medium approach on tanking. You don't tank a whole season, but down the stretch, if you're not going to make the playoffs, I don't see how it benefits you in the long or short term to win a couple games. And and fans aren't stupid. It's kind of like growing up in Boston the year Greg Oden and Kevin Durant were coming out of college. You knew the Celtics weren't that good, and you were hoping they did tank the season, and they ended up in neither one of them, ironically. But you know what's going on. A team's not going anywhere, and it losing meaningless games down the stretch for its long-term benefit is a good thing. But that's my 2 cents on the matter. But I respect different opinions on it. But again, my whole thing is I would never set out with the season saying we're going to get the number 1 pick this year. We're going to bottom out, because that's disrespectful to the game. But down the stretch, who cares? It is what it is. Curious to hear what you guys have to say on the matter. And that's on this episode of the Power Play with CJ on to tank or not to tank. Stay tuned for more episodes throughout the season and beyond. Later, guys.